Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the RedBeard Podcast, or we're going to call it Cooley's Hospital. So today, this is going to be a great episode because Cooley had surgery on his foot, and guess what? He's a little messed up right now, so this is going to be really fun. But guys, of course, we have to put out an episode for you.
Yo, don't spoil it.
Oh, no, dude. It's spoiled, man.
Don't spoil it.
We're going to be talking about some interesting news in the NFL, as well as some TJ Miller news. He may not be in Deadpool 3. Why is that? Also, Harvey Weinstein, Morgan Freeman, they have some stuff going on. Also, John Wick 3. We have some interesting news of John Wick 3. A new female was cast. You'll get to find out who.
A female?
And Carrie Fisher.
Fuck they putting females in John Wick 3 for?
Yo, wait up. Carrie Fisher had a memorial plaque that was it was dedicated to her outside Mann's Chinese Theater. So definitely get to talk about how that went down. And
yo, John Wick was fine without females, man.
Possibly Ariana Grande. Just by this intro, you can see how this episode is going to go, so stick around.
RedBeard Podcast is brought to you by these cool dudes.
All right, guys, we are back on this episode of RedBeard Podcast. So, guys, before we even get started, obviously, Ren's here. What up, Ren?
Yo, what up? What's Gucci?
Yo, what up? And Jim Rock is not here, just to give you guys a heads up. But more importantly,
Where is he?
He's like doing some stuff,
He's probably
man.
doing
like,
some dumb shit with his girlfriend, like dumb couple stuff.
I actually think Jim is going to an interview today. So,
We'll
An
see.
interview with
no, it
this
looks
girl.
good. Looks good. Yo, but Cooley, more importantly, man, we are literally recording this episode in your living room.
Are we recording it right now?
Yeah, and
All
you're
right, hold
laying on an
Hold
inflatable
on.
mattress.
right,
And
I'm
you
ready.
have your foot elevated. Can
Yeah, I'm
you
ready.
tell
Start
us why?
recording now. Go ahead.
Tell us why your foot's elevated.
Because I had surgery on that shit.
What happened?
Fucking, what happens when you have surgery? I fucking went to the doctor. He fucking drugged me up and cut me open.
I think he wants to hear about you injuring yourself racing a child.
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah. I raced a kid, man. It was the dumbest shit I ever did in my life. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, but this was like 10 years ago, though, when it happened.
Yeah, and still the dumbest shit I ever did in my life, man. Like fucking some kid was like, "Oh, I'm faster than you," and I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm fucking faster than you. I'm like fucking so fast." And
And you messed up your ACL.
yeah, they said go, and I said all right, and then I still fucking didn't go anyway because my fucking Achilles popped. It just said pop.
Oh,
And I thought somebody hit me in the back of the leg with a brick. That's what it felt like.
Oof.
So I'm looking all around. I'm like, who did that shit? Who threw that brick? And nobody threw a brick. It was just literally my Achilles popped. I felt it through my whole body. I heard it. I actually heard the pop in my ear from my, it was the weirdest thing.
yeah.
So it was just like, pong. That's what it sounded like. Like, I'm not even making that up. That's like
Yeah.
legit what it sounded like. I'll never forget the sound.
And then you, but then like you went to a doctor and it was like misdiagnosed, and now you had to get it
Yeah,
fixed,
the
man.
doctor was like, "Yo, it's just your plantaris tendon. That doesn't do anything." And I'm like, "What do you mean it doesn't do anything? Why do I have it then? It's not like an appendix."
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not like, it's not like just some extra shit that fucking I was made with. Like, come on. Like, what does it do? He said, "No, it doesn't do anything. You're good." He said, "You're not a professional athlete, so you don't rely on this. You don't need to worry about it." I was like, all right. So I just trusted the fucking doctor. I don't know why, because like that was like maybe that was the dumbest shit I ever did in my life. I don't know, like secondary to fucking trying to race a 16-year-old when I was 32.
Yeah, but now you actually have you got the surgery done, man. So you can walk on your leg.
Well, I can't yet, but when I can, I can.
Yeah,
If
because
that
you
makes
guys,
sense. I
you
don't
laid
know.
up for a while, man. They got you on the good stuff. So, this is just gonna make sure you don't fall asleep during the episode, man. So,
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
So, but some interesting news came out about the NFL, man, which I know.
What?
you are super passionate about, as I think a lot of people should be. So what can you explain that a little bit? Because I know it means a lot to you, this NFL stuff that's going on right now. It's blown up on Twitter. It's been all over the news.
Yeah, like they fucking changed the rules now, man. Like you got to fucking come out on the field and stand for the national anthem, or your team gets fined. And if you don't come out on the field, like if you're not gonna stand, you can't come out on the field. You got to fucking be like in the locker room.
Right.
So like if you are protesting, you're not necessarily given the ability to protest. Like you just have to sit in the fucking locker room. Which if I'm, look, man, if I am the fucking, one of the 53 players or all of the 53 players on a team, when the national anthem is playing, I'm staying the fuck in the locker room, man. Fuck all the bullshit. Like I'm rallying my team. Like if I'm protesting and it's like that's part of my agenda, I want people to fucking get this message. I'm not coming out of that locker room until the national anthem's over, and I'm keeping my team in there with me, man. Like anybody who's gonna if anybody's like my ride or die, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna fucking be there with me and like they're gonna hang with me regardless, you know what I'm saying, and fucking get that message out, because that's the whole point of doing this protest during the national anthem. Everybody's like, oh, well, it's fucking football and you're supposed to just go out there and play the game, blah blah. Yeah, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Oh, protest on your own time. Yeah, that's great. But if you're protesting on your own time, who the fuck is gonna see it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole point is that you have this large stage that millions of people are watching, hundreds of millions of people are watching, right? Take the opportunity to get the message out there that you're trying to get across. What they've done is they've co-opted the fucking real reason why they're doing this shit and fucking dirtying the whole thing by fucking making people think that the problem is that people aren't fucking respecting the flag. That's not the problem. The problem that they're trying to bring attention to is something completely different. You know what I'm saying? But they've co-opted that shit by fucking, making the problem something different so that we're not even getting the message out that we wanted to get in the first place. So, I mean, this whole shit is just fucked up. And, so I'm just like, I don't know, I'm rambling right now. I just need somebody to fucking take over. Who can take over right now?
I'll take over.
Go for it.
I don't really care about the NFL so much because football's whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
a hockey girl. But I don't understand why religion plays so far. Like, this is like a religious thing pretty much. Even though it's like the national anthem, it's very much based in like the strong like Christian Republican views of even having this play before a football game. It's super weird. I don't agree with it at all. We formed this country to get away from religion. Why do we have to like play the country's anthem before a game that seems like culty and weird? Like, it's a fucking football game. Like, I believe in civil rights. The president shouldn't have any say to do with a football game at all. Like, that's a fucking football game. That has nothing to do with this country. Why play this country's anthem? It's not even like the country's game. Like, baseball's America's game. Like, like, why is this such a fucking big deal? Like, play the Macarena. Bring the Macarena back. That united this country. That was a fucking jam. Like,
oh god, I hate that song.
It's
I think it's because
good.
I played at so many fucking weddings. That song sucks. But like,
I don't care if they were
that
playing
fucking
this.
stupid ass dance, man.
I don't care if they were playing the. I don't
God,
care if
fuck that.
I don't care if they were playing the electric slide. Like, whatever they play at the beginning of the fucking thing, there should be a protest at the beginning of the game before you start playing, so you can get your message out there. Like, there are too many fucking people being hurt, man. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, this fucking, there was a basketball player yesterday or the day before, and forgive me because like I'm fucking not remembering the guy's name, and it literally has to do with my fucking brain right now, but he got fucking tased over fucking a parking spot, bro.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And they tried to say that he was being fucking, like aggressive and
Like resisting
and resisting
all
and
this
shit,
crap,
but he
yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
And clearly he wasn't based on the video that we saw. And that's the kind of shit that happens on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
A regular basis. Just because we don't see it all the time doesn't mean it's not happening. The fact that we do see it the fact that it does get caught on film sometimes and released, and the fact that sometimes we get to see that shit means that it's happening more than it should be.
So basically, the reason why, just to sum up, I mean, the reason why we kneeled or people were kneeling during the national anthem is because, you know, things like this are happening and we're kind of turning a blind eye to it, and that's their way of actually bringing like attention to it.
Exactly.
However, devil's advocate, there's also the guy that we had just watched on the news a little while ago is saying that, you know, if you're getting paid to play this game and you show up and these guys are making millions and millions of dollars in contracts and stuff, like, you should show up, do what you were being paid to do. It's a game. It's not your place to make a statement. You know, if you don't want to stand, then go into the locker room and you're going to be fined for it. I understand technically what he's saying, because it's like, let's say you have an opinion about something, right? But you might not be able to voice that opinion at the workplace because it's not the time or the place to do it. You know, so, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand, like, I know it's the NFL and how things have been happening recently, but then, like, this guy on TV brought up a valid point, who was like, you know, who was actually African-American, which I thought was interesting that he said it, but he was like, if you're getting paid to play, he's like, technically it's your workplace. He's like, then you shouldn't show up and make a statement. Like, you should either show up because you're being paid to play the game, or don't play and go into the locker room. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's interesting that he actually is.
But they're not coming out there and arguing that fucking Oreos are better than Yoo-Hoos. They're going out and they're talking about something very fucking important, and they need that national stage. So yeah, they're not going out there. They're still going out and playing the game.
Right.
They're still doing their job. They're still playing at a high level. They still go out there and do what they need to do to win the game, and fucking be a part of the team. It's just before the game, when they have the spotlight, right? Which is when the most eyes are on them, right? Why is he kneeling? He's kneeling because of social injustice, right? That's it. That's all they're doing. And I don't think it's right for the government or for the NFL to dictate when and where somebody protests.
No, I completely agree with you.
I agree with you so much, because this whole thing is a dictatorship. This is Trump going, I don't like that because that's un-American. It's like, guess what? Your country's fucked up, and you're a large part of why this country's fucked up and being continued to get worse and worse. And it's like, he hates when people go against him. Guess what? The national anthem is written like fucking so long ago by people who were like, this country, you know, we're founding this country, whatever. It had this all that time to like be this great escape from England and all this shit. And like, yeah, the country might have been going in a great direction at that point. People were actually fighting for it to form this country. Now it's like, the country's formed. It's kind of shitty. We want to take this time during this like meaningless song at this point to just let you know, like, it's still shitty. I'm gonna take a knee. It's a respectful way to do it. It's like, it's to bring up a conversation. Like, the fucking people who are upset by that are trash bag white older Republican men who are like, that's offensive to my anthem. It's like, sir, you probably haven't even read a book. You probably don't even know who wrote that song. So fuck you. Like, it's just trash. Like, let people take a knee if they want to. It's in a respectful way. They're not like, fuck Trump on their jerseys or anything like that.
Here's the awesome part about this, and the shit that everybody's fucking neglecting to realize, is that it started off with Colin Kaepernick sitting on the bench while the national anthem was playing. It was brought to his attention that it looked disrespectful to the flag and to the military, and Colin Kaepernick was like, all right, well, how can I do this where it's not disrespecting the flag or the military? And a military representative, somebody from the military that he spoke with, a friend of his, told him what to do and said kneel, because lots of people kneel to show respect for, you know, like the fallen military and for the flag and stuff like that. So he was like, okay, well, that's acceptable because it's different from what everybody else is doing, so it still draws attention, but it's not disrespectful. So he started kneeling, and he did that to show that he's not disrespecting the flag. Yet people still fucking want to bring up, oh, they're disrespecting the flag. They're not disrespecting the flag. Nothing that they're doing is disrespectful to the flag. It's disrespectful to the flag and to the people that fought for this country to tell somebody that they can't protest.
Mm-hmm.
That's disrespectful to the flag.
Right, yeah, because protesting is like
it's an American right.
American right. So
and it's what they fought for. It's what the military fought for, to give us the right to do that. So why are we telling people that they can't do it?
I mean, yeah, dude, it's a tricky situation because when it comes down from like the mouth of the president and he's like, this is a rule, then you don't really have a choice as to what you're going to do. But I would not be surprised if we see a lot of pushback with this. Like it's one of those things where you're going to have players and you're going to have teams that are going to mess with it. Like they're going to literally try to see like how far they can go where they don't go over the line, but they test the boundaries.
I support that.
You know? So, and it just sucks though, because I mean, there's always that other side. It's like, I feel like politics blends into everything now, where like, you know, you watch the Oscars or you watch the Emmys or whatever, and there's always a political statement being made where, you know, yeah, it's reality, but at the same time, like some people want to watch shows to kind of like not think about that stuff. And if it's always in your face, it actually becomes kind of like redundant. And I feel like there's a time and a place for it. I don't think the national anthem thing in the NFL was ever really something that had to be taken to this length where now like the president is like demanding that like people stand. I think that's a little freaking ridiculous.
Well, it's kind of scary too, because this also feels like kind of Adolf Hitler.
Well,
to
yeah,
me,
that's
he's
the
like,
thing. You have
to do this.
Yeah.
And now what happens if people find other ways of protest? Like, is it going to be like, now they have to go to jail because fine isn't good enough because they make so much money? Like, how is this going to go down where eventually they're like putting people in jail or something crazier than that?
Right.
Or he's like, they have to get kicked out. It's like very fucking scary because this is such a trivial thing, like football, where the president's focusing on it. There's so many bigger issues, but he's just being like, you're disrespecting me because you're disrespecting the flag or whatever. And it's
this
like,
is just going to make it worse though. Like, it's just going to make it worse. Like, let people kneel and then move on and then watch the damn football game. And now, like, every football game is going to be about this shit. Like, why do we need to focus on this? Let the dude kneel if he wants to and then play the fucking game.
Because, like, here's the thing,
and now
though,
we
Tony.
gotta, you know what I mean? It's like now we gotta make a big thing about it. You can't stand, and now everyone's gonna be focusing on that before the game. Where I feel like them kneeling wasn't a big deal to begin with, and we're making it a problem now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like the other thing too, though, Tone, is that if we're not thinking about this shit all the time, then we're doomed to fucking keep doing the shit that we're doing as a country. We're doomed to keep making the same mistakes if we don't fucking take a hard look at what we're doing wrong. And that's on both sides of the fence. I mean, like it's not, and I mean, like to think about it in terms of just being a race thing is thinking about it the wrong way. This is a human being situation. This is a situation where humans are assaulting other humans based on the power that they have. It's a power trip. There are black cops that fucking assault black people just to kind of prove a point that they're not going to go easy on them.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with anything that you're saying, and I completely agree with you. Like I'm with you, bro. But at the same time, I also feel like when it's in your face, like through like Roseanne makes like they were saying, like it's in Roseanne now. Like I feel like you want to address real issues, but I'm trying not to sound like an asshole, and I feel like some people are going to take it the wrong way, but it's like when you watch TV, like a show like Roseanne or whatever, like sometimes you don't want to think about politics, right? And I get, like, I'm not saying just because I don't want to think politics when I watch TV doesn't mean that I don't respect what's going on and completely agree with you on everything you're saying. But there comes a point where maybe you don't want to think about it for like an hour when you watch a show, you know, or you don't want to think about it every second of it's like everywhere in TV. You know, I just feel like maybe there should be a break here and there, but I'm not saying I disagree with anything that's going on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to say that in the most respectful way possible because I agree with your views, but I also feel like it doesn't have to be in your face 24/7, you know, and put into everything. That's all.
Right.
I don't know. And like I have friends that have, and like I mean that have voiced that too, that they feel like, you know, I watched the show the other day and like it was like it got wicked political, you know, and it's like they were just looking to kind of like watch some comedy, you know, and like it got super political and it just got a little too real and it became not funny, you know. That I guess that's my point, you know. But like I said, I agree with you on everything
Right.
you're saying. So, but I don't know. That's my view. But I think this whole like NFL thing is bullshit. So.
Yeah, I just want. I mean, I can't believe that Colin Kaepernick is still not a fucking quarterback in the NFL, man. It's like it's ridiculous. I mean, this is a guy that, you know, his last game was him. He fucking won that last game, brought the 49ers back from almost being defeated by the Dolphins and fucking won. Did he win or did they just almost? I don't know. Like they either won or they barely lost. But it was like he showed that he had the chops to fucking be a quarterback in the NFL. Like it's, and the fact that he's still not playing is just testament to the fact that there's just, I don't know, I can't really form fucking coherent sentences right now, so I'm not really like, you know, doing too well for my case here. So I'm just, I don't know, I'll just fucking move on. But
I think we made our points. Though.
Yeah,
You know what I
like-
mean? I think we're talking about it. I think we all agree that the NFL thing's bullshit.
Yo, if I'm just fucking angry, that's all, people. Just fucking take that away from this. I'm angry that the NFL is imposing this, and there are two ways that this goes that I'm happy is if they fucking all come out and just take a fucking knee and say fuck the team and take the fine, or if they all just everybody just stays in the fucking locker room. One or the other is fine to me. But if everybody comes out and fucking stands there and puts their hand on their chest and does the whole fucking national anthem thing, it's just a bunch of fucking Uncle Toms in my book, man. And you could fucking take that shit to the bank. They all fucking sold out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised, man, if either of those things actually happen. Like it's gonna go one way or the other. In other news, I mean, you and I were talking about TJ Miller.
Yo, yeah.
Who screwed himself big time because Cooley and I saw Deadpool 2. Did you get a chance to check it out yet?
Yeah, I checked it out like a day later.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that you were going to record an episode after.
I didn't, dude. It was like I told you, and then you were like recording, so I didn't have time to. Yeah,
You were just like, okay, bye.
I wasn't being a dick about it. I was just like, we were gonna record. That's the only time we had. But no, word. I mean, but you like Deadpool 2. Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was better than the first.
That's
a
what I
lot
said.
of people were like, oh, but like it was to be expected because the first one, and I was like, no, the first one was to be expected because it's just dick and fart jokes. Like this actually
Yeah.
had more of like a feel to it, or you
Yeah.
actually cared about people.
Nah, Ren, nah.
Yeah, it did.
Nah.
Yes, it did.
No,
Yes,
listen.
it did.
Listen
yeah,
to me. Listen
I
to
knew
me.
it was you
No,
motherfucker
listen to
who
me.
was like, oh, the first one was bad.
Nah, the first one was fucking special because you didn't see it coming. You can't tell me that you knew it was going to be
I saw
fucking
that
dope.
shit coming.
Nah.
It was his origin story, so it was boring as
Nah.
fuck. It's like,
No,
oh,
I think you can
here's
see it
the
coming if you
doctor.
watch the preview.
You mean it was boring as fuck? It was the same shit that this one was.
No, it
No, it
was
was a lot. No, it was a lot of character setup. Yeah, it was a lot of character setup. Like when you went into Deadpool 2, like the characters had already been established, and you could just run with it.
Yeah, it
You
was.
know,
It
like,
was just
you
him
didn't have to
fighting
wait.
for a girl, which was like,
Yeah.
that's
It's the same reason that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was not better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Nobody saw Guardians of the Galaxy coming.
well, that was like really special. Deadpool, like if you knew anything about Deadpool, which I did, it just was like Deadpool. It was just like the comics. It was the same setup. Like this had a few the second one had a few surprises. It was like,
True or false? You had a predisposition to dislike Deadpool from the jump.
well, yeah, I definitely did. I'm not going to be dishonest about that.
I rest my fucking
but
case, Your
the
Honor.
second one, like the first one, I was like,
Overruled.
meh. Like it was a weird setup because you had just two characters from all of X-Men in the
Yeah.
first one. You're like, what? We're like at the Institute and there's only two characters in this entire fucking Institute.
But he
like,
called that out, which was funny as fuck.
yeah, but it was just like the first one, it didn't give me like when you're drinking like something, you're like, that is a good mouthfeel. I was like, this is delicious, but it doesn't have the good mouthfeel. Like it just was so lackluster for me. I don't know.
The fuck? The weirdest analogy.
I know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm the weirdest person. I don't know.
You don't feel fucking carbonation in your mouth?
Ren.
What the fuck?
Yo, Ren, I need a fucking analogy for your analogy, yo.
I know. But yeah, the first one, I was like, oh, he's got the girl. Whatever, he gets the girl at the end. Whatever. This is like a kind of a boring setup for me.
I think I found a good analogy, right?
Go for it.
Like when you're eating a piece of pizza, you're like, oh, this is damn good. But what if somebody told you couldn't swallow? You know what I mean? You know, you're eating
that's
something.
Gross.
Yeah, that's
no,
gross.
it's not, man. You ever eat something?
That's a terrible analogy.
All right, no. All right, next time you're eating something that you really enjoy, tell me it won't be as good as if after you're done chewing it, you got to spit it back out.
But why would anyone?
So
tell
you swallow?
That?
That's my point.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying no, because that's gonna be weird if you try to turn it into that weird shit. But like what I'm saying is,
No.
I swallow my food, asshole. So
No, it's like if you've never had
shut the fuck up. Hashtag cooling oxy.
It's like if you've never had seltzer water before and you're like dehydrated,
Sick
and you're
burn,
like, I'm
bro.
gonna take a sip of this nice cold water, and then you get
Yeah.
that weird stale bubbly shit, and you're like, that's not what I wanted. It still gets the point done, but it's not as good.
Word. So TJ Miller though, he's not gonna be in Deadpool 3. Because he's a dick,
terrorist.
And he apparently, man, he sexually assaulted women on a train, and then he also called in a fake bomb threat. And Ryan Reynolds came out and said like he's not going to be in Deadpool 3, which I think is stupid. I think it's stupid that he messed it up for himself, because I don't think it's stupid that he's not going to be in the movie when he pulls dumb shit like that. But now the fact that he's like threw away that cash cow. Like, if you're not in Deadpool 3, I think, what do you have going? Did he do How to Train Your Dragon already?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Because I think he's been taking off a couple other projects. Because he left Silicon Valley, like, two seasons ago.
That's my biggest thing, is he fucked up. He's been fucking up. Like, I really enjoyed him. I was telling you how when he was coming up in the comedy scene, I was like, this guy's awesome. He's got a different kind of voice. Like, he's just kind of brash. He doesn't care.
It's a unique sense of humor.
Yeah, unique sense of humor. And I, like, loved this dude. Like, he's definitely one of my celebrity crushes. And he's just been on, like, a downward spiral of craziness. Like, he's married. So it's like, you think, like, his wife would get him some help or something. Yeah. Like, put him in like an institution, institutionalize him, because like the dude is fucking crazy. But he dropped off Silicon Valley, and he didn't even want to do like a fade out episode. Mike Judge is like, yo, we're gonna write you off, and he's like, no, don't even do it. Like,
he basically just was like getting high in Tibet, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, like he was just like being a dick, never showed up on set on time, was being like a total fucking diva. He definitely like high or drunk the whole time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did you know there's a running back in the NFL whose name is CJ Spiller?
Word. So basically, yeah, he wasn't showing up on time.
Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like HBO's like golden boy right now as far as TV shows, especially because Game of Thrones is off right now and stuff like that. Like, it's the show to keep an eye on. It's super funny. It's good writing.
Which one are you talking about?
That should be the sequel to
Silicon Valley.
Eddie Murphy's The Golden Child.
But Silicon Valley just ended its 5th season, and the way that ended, I don't even know if it's coming back for another season.
Who knows? I think
weird.
It's all up in the air because of everything that's going on with like the TJ Miller thing, and they're kind of like, that was a main character. The whole season was kind of thrown off because of that. Like Jin Yang had the whole weird thing of him trying to like claim the house, and he was like, I'm burning a pig because it looks like him. And
I mean, I will say though, like I didn't mind TJ Miller on Silicon Valley, but I also felt like after a certain point, it was just him getting high all the time. Like, it was like, why? What is this character doing? Like, he owned the house they were living in, and like that, you know, they were all kind of working out of. But after a certain point, it was like he was always like fucking up everything.
That was a major point of it, because every season ends with like them about to really get a big deal, and it's like, nah, JK, you have nothing again. That's like the roller coaster of the show.
Have you finished this season?
Oh yeah.
So that.
Who's
you know
to
what I'm
say?
saying? Like, who knows if it's gonna?
But TJ Miller fucked it up for himself.
Yeah, he did big time.
He fucked it up. I don't know what's going on with him. You showed me the video of like, oh, he had a seizure and he had brain surgery.
Yeah.
But, like, that doesn't condone this type of
It doesn't
behavior.
condone it, but like when I watched that, I this was kind of the way I thought about that. It's like I had always thought he was a little strange, and then when I saw that and he said he had like a seizure and he had like a disorder and like he had to have brain surgery for something. I wasn't sure if that actually was why he kind of like has that very unique way that he talks. Like he's very kind of like he just seems like kind of. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I think that's why he's so unique. When you hear TJ Miller's voice, you know it's him. And like when he talked about that, I was like, oh, well, maybe that has something to do. And he said that I think in the video, he said that he's like, oh, this is kind of the reason I am the way that I am. But like he made like a joke about it. And I wasn't sure if he was like half serious or being for real. Because he kind of just leaves it there. And you're like, I don't know, but I mean that doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
It definitely doesn't
give you
condone
the
that
right
type
to
of behavior.
Fake bomb threat and shit.
Yeah, especially like he's been goofing up.
Yeah.
So, like, get him a handler. Like, at that point, like, I can't be like caregiver. Like, he needs a handler. He needs someone who's like in charge of. He's got to be on medications. He needs someone who's in charge.
Get
of
him a
that.
hand job.
No hand jobs. No, he needs somebody
Hand
who's
job.
like, I'm in charge of your medication. I'm in charge of like
Yeah.
making sure you don't call in bomb threats on trains or like sexually
that
assault
weird
women.
shit.
Like he needs
Nah.
someone standing outside of the bathroom while he's in there. He
Dude.
needs a handler. If you're
He
in,
needs
I
like
keep expecting you to say hand job when you do that. It's just mad funny.
dude, I wish you guys could see Cooley right now. It's
Yo,
mad
say
funny.
that shit some more.
like
Handler.
belly out.
Yeah.
Like you is it out?
Word. Well, let's
Yeah, I
get
got an any too, man.
Yep, it's in there. Yo, Cooley, what's going on, man?
Not much, bro. What's up?
Pretty good, man. So, dude, do you when it comes to investing, do you get all this stuff about stocks? Does it make sense to you?
Yo, I'm the best. I'm not really that great at it. I do it, but you know, it's more of a dabbling thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a master at this. I would like to know more. I'm always wondering if I'm going to invest my money in the right places. But a good place to get this stuff started is at supplyanddemandinvesting.com.
Yo, so true. Stop following the modern portfolio theory investment crowd and try an alternative means of investing your hard-earned money at supplyanddemandinvesting.com.
And for a limited time, submit any 5 stocks, mutual funds, or exchange-traded funds and receive a free SDI analysis on each.
Simply go to supplyandemandinvesting.com/RedBeard. That's us. Fill out the form along with your selections, and you'll receive your free SDI analysis within 48 to 72 hours.
Go to supplyandemandinvesting.com/RedBeard for your free analysis today.
And thanks to supplyandemandinvesting.com for their continued support of the RedBeard Podcast.
Let's get into some weird shit right now.
Let's go.
We're just gonna put them all in one group because they kind of are.
Yo,
but they're
that's
not
racist, though. You can't do that.
real. Why is it racist, bro?
You don't even know
They're
what
actually
group-
two different people that
It's
are
mad-
two different colors.
It's mad general, man. You can't
No,
be
it's
general.
not.
You can't just lump shit into one group, man. That shit ain't right.
Yeah, so you can't mix like M&Ms and peanut M&Ms together, like chocolate and peanut
Not
butter.
in one group, man.
Yeah, you can, man, because they make them. Boom! Trick question, bitch.
What was
still
the
don't
thing
get
from
it.
like 2 podcasts ago? So fuck you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it is different. Fuck off.
I still don't get it, man. Fucking.
All right, yo. So Harvey Weinstein, wicked.
Who's Jewish?
Yeah, he is, and Morgan Freeman's not. So Harvey Weinstein, he basically turned himself in today.
What did he turn himself into?
He into an official pervert who's gonna go down, dude. He went into the Manhattan
what?
police report. Police.
Who's he going down on?
Himself, dude, in jail, man. He fucking walked into the Manhattan Police Department and turned himself in. And he was taken out in handcuffs into a black SUV, and who knows where the fuck
Were
he's
they
going.
fuzzy?
What?
The handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
Probably. Probably were, bro. He's like, I'm only turning myself in if I can wear some freaky handcuffs in the SUV.
Kinky shit only.
Yeah, right. Kinky shit. But so he turned himself in, which at this point I feel like is probably the smartest thing he's do because there's no way he was gonna win that trial.
There's no fucking way.
He
He looks creepy. Like, you can't look at him and be like, that dude's innocent.
Yo, so I was talking to somebody last night, a friend of mine who actually worked in multiple hotels, one in like New York for a couple years, one in Boston, and
I'm sure they get some stories.
yeah, oh my god, he knows a ton of like shit on people, but he was talking to me that, and he said that in New York, he used to see Harvey Weinstein come in for meetings all the time, right? Like, and wherever, and he said it was like almost like every 3-4 months, and every single time he came in, his assistant was a different girl.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, or guy. So you know that like they got mad freaked out by him and were like, I'm done. And he always came in with a different person. So that's a testament to that he's some creepy shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Either
so
that or he wore that shit out and had to get another one.
possible.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's possible. Dude, honestly, anything goes now with this guy. Like, there's more and more shit keeps coming out about him, which is nuts.
I doubt it's that, though. He doesn't look like he could wear anything out.
So he turned himself in, and then, you know, another story with the Me Too movement is now a celebrated actor who everybody loves, Morgan Freeman, has 8 counts of sexual assault against him from 8 different women who are claiming that he was just being weird. You know, like on the set, he was lifting up a girl's skirt, asking her if she was wearing any type of panties or if she had underwear on. So
Did he do that while he was lifting up the skirt?
yeah.
Are you wearing any panties? Yo, I don't know what's weirder, like the fact that he did it while he was lifting up the skirt or the fact that he did it at all.
I think both.
Yeah. Little column A, little column B.
Yeah,
a little bit.
You know,
It's all weird shit.
Kind of Star-Lord like, right? Like a little bit of both.
you're not wearing any panties, but if you were, what color would they be? Like wicked freaky. And that's a really bad Morgan Freeman. It was as close as I can get.
Oh, we're talking about Freeman now. This isn't Weinstein.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman, bro.
Yeah,
Creepy.
Morgan Freeman can do whatever the fuck he wants, yo.
So yeah, you said that earlier, man. You said that like because he's Morgan Freeman, like people don't know how good they have it. Is that what you
it's
said,
like-
bro?
Yes.
Oh my
What did you
God.
say, bro? What do you mean by that?
It's fucking millennials, man. They fucking, I don't know. They take everything for granted.
Like, what does that mean? Like, what? You gotta.
like-
So if there's a millennial working on the set with Morgan Freeman, and he pulls that shit.
They go, oh my God, Morgan Freeman just fucking lifted up my skirt and said some stupid shit. But like, if it was like somebody who was fucking born when I was born, they'd be like, yo, Morgan Freeman just did this shit. Like, yo, shit blew my mind, yo. Like,
What do you mean, bro?
nah, I don't know, man. I'm fucking,
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Oh, bro.
I like
know.
when you read the report, though. It's like even males who worked around him
Yeah.
called him like a creepy uncle.
Oh,
I'm not
dude.
like I'm not
More
surprised
like
by
a
this
creepy
at all.
pasta.
Yo, you want to hear something even more creepy? And this is something that I know a lot about it, but there's still more shit coming out. So everybody knows. Well, if you don't know, you know now, and people are gonna make fun of me for it. I'm a huge Dave Matthews Band fan, and some shit
my
came
God.
out about the violinist Boy Tinsley. He's not touring with them this summer because there was a guy that was this guy was a trumpet player in a band, and Boy Tinsley saw him and thought he was like super talented and was like I want to get you exposure because I think that you have a lot of talent, right? So he started getting his band exposure, but it was like he was hooking him up and like flying him out to see the Dave Matthews Band play, and like he
Okay.
was meeting up with them, and they would like go to like he would buy him tickets to like sporting events and stuff like that. And then it got really weird where the guy said that like he always felt like he was like into him in some way.
Yeah, yeah.
And he used to make like really off-color jokes. Like I think he got his band to play somewhere, got him to play, and then flew him out, bought like 4 tickets to like an NFL game, which was like a playoff game. And then the guy was like, you don't have to buy the tickets for me. And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. He's like, but you better suck my dick for this. But like kind of made it sound like he was
No,
joking.
that's hella weird. You don't go above and beyond for somebody like that unless you like want to fuck him. Like,
but
you wanna
that's
fuck
what I'm
him.
saying. And the guy was like, "Yo, that's funny, but are you serious?" And then it got really weird where the guy, like Boyd Tinsley, would get like super aggressive and get like really like he would go through like these like mood swings or he'd get angry at the guy. And then he was like kind of like groping him and all this other stuff came out. So the guy finally came forward and called him out. And now there's a bunch of like allegations against him. And he also is not touring with the Dave Matthews Band this summer. I'm going to see them at the Xfinity Center, and he's not going to be there, which is super weird. So I don't know. I mean, that's another downer, man. Like all
The
this stuff.
99 reasons.
Yeah, dudes just suck. Like
That's
dudes just suck.
that's what Dave Matthews Band is famous for, right? Right in the
Oh
jingle
my
for 99
fucking God.
for Pub 99.
I don't know about that, but
You're supposed to be the biggest fan. How do you not know about that?
because I don't think that he fucking had anything to do with that. That's why that's weird, because that shit is false. That's why. Yo, why don't you know about some shit that never happened?
You're supposed to go no then.
Oh man.
Yeah, it just like
It sucks, man.
it's to be expected at this point. It's like, oh, are dudes with money and like clout
Yeah.
gonna be a little bit creepy, if not hella creepy? Yeah.
You know what's good though? Like, good. Like let this
French
shit.
fries.
Let this shit keep coming out, man. Because when it does, like at least we know about that dude now. You know,
Yeah.
as weird as it sounds, it's kind of like, oh, Morgan Freeman. Oh, well, too bad. All right, well now I know he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, like Boyd Tinsley. Oh, that sucks. But now everybody knows he's a piece of shit. And
Yo,
like,
it's his
if
first
you
name,
did
Boyd?
that shit,
Boyd.
Boyd.
Oh,
If you-
Boyd.
Yeah.
If you did that
Thought it was
shit,
Boy.
Me too. I
then
had to
people
Google
should
it.
know about it. You know,
Yeah.
and you should go down for it.
If
'cause
you're
it's fucked up.
a shitty person, like you should know. You should know.
But guess who has never had any sexual allegations against him, nor also has been accused of taking 5 women on really nice dates and being a stand-up guy?
Keanu Reeves.
And he's going to be, obviously, in John Wick 3 as John Wick because he's a baller. And some news came out a couple days ago that Halle Berry has been cast in the movie. I don't know who she's playing. Do you have any idea? 'Cause
She's
I didn't
like
really
got a
get the-
rockin' body, so I'm assuming she's probably gonna be some kind of assassin.
She's playing a female.
You,
Maybe she's
you
playing
think
a dude.
that she's going to be like his love interest in any way?
Probably question mark. I'm glad that like they're still casting older women in movies. Every time it's like, oh, they're casting older women in movies, I get stoked because that was a problem for a while. Like Maggie Gyllenhaal not being cast in shit because she was quote unquote too old and like whatever. She's like fine, so I'd be like okay with her not getting anything because she's not like a great actress in my mind. But like Halle Berry, I hope she gets movies
shit.
forever. They've done shitty casting before where I was like, Ruby Rose doesn't need to be in the second one at all, and she added nothing to the film. But
Yo, I can tell you right now by looking at this cast,
it's gonna be stacked.
dude, they have, well, obviously Keanu Reeves, Asia Kate Dillon is in it. Halle Berry's going to be Sophia. They have Jason
Momoa?
No, Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh shit,
He's in it.
he's my fucking boy.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome. Lawrence Fishburne, Ian McShane, Angelica Houston.
Oh fuck,
Fuck
yeah.
yes, Angelica Houston's awesome,
That's
dude.
my girl.
She's gonna be a badass. Lance Reddick, Mark Dacascos. Do you guys know who Mark Dacascos is?
Yeah,
This guy right here.
yeah.
I
He's like
am
a chef or some shit.
this guy.
Yeah, he's
But
like
Mark
the Iron
DeCascos-
Chef.
Yeah, but Mark Dacascos, man, he was in a movie. The first time I ever saw this guy, he was in a movie called Only the Strong,
Okay.
which was about it's about that Brazilian martial arts called capoeira. He was in that and was phenomenal. And this guy is a fantastic martial artist. Like when he's super fast too. So I'm psyched that he's in it because you know he's gonna bring like his nasty martial arts to John Wick.
Yo.
And like can't wait to see that shit.
I want to open a restaurant right now
Yep.
called Phenomenal. Like it'll be a pho restaurant.
What the fuck, my guy?
It'll be called Phenomenal. Hey,
Yo.
I'm raising my hand here.
All right, go for it.
Just wanted to tell you this story about my birthday. I'm 45, so like candles are like not an option, not a cake.
Oh my.
They are though.
So we didn't get candles, and like my mother-in-law is like, you gotta have candles.
Right.
So we're like, fuck, man, what do we do now? So
Oh my
everybody's
God.
like looking around trying to find candles and shit, and then all of a sudden, like, they fucking come around the corner, and like I see the fucking cake like on fire. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And I look at it, and she rolled up a piece of paper and stuck it in the middle of the fucking cake and lit that shit on fire.
Okay.
That was my candle.
This one big roll of paper.
One big rolled up piece of paper that she lit on fire.
All right.
So I had this fucking fire in my face, and I had to blow that shit out.
And did you do it?
Yeah.
All right.
The end.
Word, man.
All right, resume. John
my
John Wick
God.
3,
Yeah.
baby.
I'm glad.
What?
I'm glad that we got that out there, dude. I think what he just talked about is going to be in John Wick 3 too.
Happy birthday to me.
Well, if you look at like the IMDb, everybody has like weird ass like superhero names, so I think
Yeah,
there's
they
gonna
do.
be a lot of crazy shit going on with that.
Like Sniper Wolf.
Like the director, TikTok man,
Yeah, I saw that.
the educator.
Psycho Mantis.
Yeah.
So-
It looks like there's mad Russian names in here, and there's also like a ballet instructor, so it's probably gonna be like hella Russian.
And I love how they gave the Asian guy, his name's Triad. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Like, come on, man. Give him something else.
It looks like Ian McShane plays Winston, who owns the Sniper Hotel, and the same like concierge guy is
Yeah.
back, and I think like wasn't John Wick told not to come back to the hotel after he
He
violated
got
the
kicked
rules?
out of,
Yeah.
he's all like his like perks are gone because he ended up killing that dude.
So I wonder if they come back because the hotel's definitely in it. If the
Speaking
owner
of
and-
hotels,
He's probably gonna, I feel like he's probably gonna have like hookups with those guys under Ian McShane's nose.
oh maybe
Like, you know what I mean? Like I think that they might respect John Wick on another level, but then again, like, here's the dumb thing about John Wick 2 is at the very end, he's walking through Central Park. All right, so you're telling me that like 95% of people are fucking like assassins? Like there are way too many. You know what I mean? Like everyone was an assassin. I mean, so there's no way he's gonna like legit win this shit, but he's gonna win because he's Keanu Reeves.
it's Keanu Reeves. So
Yeah, dude, he can do anything. So.
Speaking of hotels, Hotel
Rwanda.
California?
Athena. What the fuck is that? Never mind. It's a movie that we just saw the fucking trailer for. Hotel Artemis. Hotel.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
It's got fucking T'Challa's uncle in that shit.
You know,
what the fuck is going on?
Nah,
know.
man, come on. Don't act like I'm fucking. I am
Hotel
high.
Transylvania
No.
3? Like,
No. Fucking This Is Us guy. What's his name? Sterling K. Brown, isn't it?
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Hotel-
Artemis, apparently. I googled
I
it.
was right. Hotel Artemis.
I
Okay.
googled it, and that's the thing that pops up. So
All right.
Yo.
Oh, yeah. No, Jodie Foster's in it. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, what's up?
If only I had just said Jodie Foster. Yo,
Nah,
that
you
shit.
still wouldn't have got it. Yep.
I have no idea.
That
what
shit
this
looks
is.
dope.
Yeah, it does. It looks good, man. It's like Jodie Foster's in a movie again.
It just says a woman known as the Nurse runs a secret members only hospital for criminals in a riot torn near future Los Angeles.
Yeah, I like when they're patching up somebody and
Jenny Slate, Jeff Goldblum, and Charlie Day are also in
Jeff
it.
Goldblum is like the wicked creepy guy who's like in charge, like he's like the head villain, and it's just Jeff Goldblum.
Ooh, Zachary Quinto is terrifying, and he's in that too.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be good though. Yeah, Zachary. Yeah, that guy's fucking
He's
wicked.
creepy.
An American Horror Story, dude.
Oh, yeah,
that is
no.
wicked creepy. But Jodie Foster looks mad old in this movie.
Leave
not
her
because
alone.
no. I'm not saying. Whoa. Not because she's actually looks old. Because the makeup made her look extra old. Because like, look at this picture of her. Like, she still looks decent, right? But like,
Dece.
but then you watch the trailer and you're like, damn, she looks like she's 90. But it's that character thing for whatever reason. And Cooley fell asleep. Yo, this shit's fucking hilarious. So, one last thing I guess we can talk about.
No, it's her in 2011. She got mad wrinkles and stuff. She's
Oh,
55.
yeah. Well, then maybe
She's
that trailer's
55.
accurate. But I will say this. Cool thing happened. All right, Ren, what's the name of the theater?
It was originally called Grauman's Chinese Theater, then shortened to Man's Chinese Theater because white people can't say words, and then now it's just TLC Chinese Theater, or TCL Chinese Theater, rather.
All I'm going to say is this, is I've been there, as you have, and one of the
prove it
fucking
wrong,
guys...
Tony. Prove it wrong, Tony. Say it.
One of the guys that was given the tour referred to it as Welcome to Man's Chinese Theater.
Was he white?
No, he was Indian.
No, but say the name. Say the real name, Tony.
Grauman's Chinese Theater.
Hey,
White people
my
can't say
boy.
words, yo.
Yeah.
Fuck that noise.
I like how she literally just pronounced it and is white, but you waited for me to say it because I'm whiter.
I got credit, though. I got street cred.
Yo, pale people can't say it. But basically, I'm just going to... So, Carrie Fisher never got her hand and footprints into the Chinese Theater forecourt in Hollywood. But what they did is they memorialized her with an engraved granite plaque that was unveiled Thursday morning. It actually... So, what was cool is that they unveiled it yesterday, the day that Solo came out. It was actually a couple hours before the movie came out. They actually unveiled it, which I think is a cool tribute to her.
That was cool.
Yeah. So check out the pictures online so you can actually see it. It's pretty awesome. And as far as Solo goes, man, I've heard good things about it. So I'm probably going to see it early next week, but we don't have to get into another Solo debate. But all I can say is that from what I've heard, people actually do like it. So
You'll have no debate from me, young man.
So
You'll have a hella debate from me, as always.
yeah.
No, I'm actually...
But your debates are always like, I don't like him because I don't like his face. But it's always the way somebody looks instead of their acting ability. Oh no, Jessica Jones does really good, but I don't like her voice. I don't like her face. Her nose sucks. Her eyes are ugly.
She has
and she's got
sideburns.
stupid hair. It's like, damn, Ren.
That might not be inaccurate, but I don't like how you portray me.
But what if somebody said
Yo.
shit about Keanu Reeves?
No, he's a golden boy. You leave him alone. He's had too much tragedy in his life.
All right, people. My bad. Oh shit! Like
Ren.
other people haven't had tragedy.
No, I validate that he is not a good actor a lot of the time. He's like, oh, whoa, like,
No way.
Ren,
yeah, what's up? What's Gucci?
Whoa.
just throwing it out there and you do what you will with it. But
Okay.
there is a mutual friend of ours who felt very insulted by something you said a few episodes ago
Is it Stephen Cullen because I said his name is dumb?
about his name. Yes.
What's up,
Yes.
Stephen
Oh, I
Cullen?
can't
If
believe
you're
we're talking
listening,
about
it's not that I don't like you. It's that your parents gave you a dumb fucking spelling of a name. PH makes a f sound. That's Stephen, not Stephen.
Oh my god.
And there you have it. The closest thing to an apology that you're going to get, Steve. So there you go.
Ren,
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Ren is messing with you big time, bro. Oh, dude. Anyway, well,
Telephone. PH. F.
Telephone. Telephone.
yeah, because usually I get confused. I'm like, yo, pick up the telefuck. I mean, phone.
Telephone.
Oh man. All right, you guys got anything else to add? Because I know Cooley's gonna pass out in a second. Like he's got
I'm good.
half an eye open.
I'm good. Let's keep this going.
Nah. I think we're
What
done.
do you want to talk about next?
I don't think I have anything to talk about next, man. I think you could say you're playing a couple different games because you bought a PS4, man.
Oh, let me tell you, man. God of War 4 is like
It's tight.
so tight.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is, and I said it and I say it again multiple times that it is
It's redundant.
fucking the best game that I've played in 10 years.
Yeah, I mean that says a lot because you play a lot of games.
Like this is
so.
the most impressive game that I've seen and played since the first Halo.
Well, I will tell you that everybody knows the last God of War actually got like 10 stars, and this one got the same. So all they had to do is repeat what they did in the last game and amp it up, and they did that.
You're right.
Kicked ass.
Also, Beyond Two Souls, something that's been out for a while. I've been playing that. That's actually a pretty neat adventure game. If you like a Telltale game style game, it's like that.
I will say, though, you showed me the very beginning of that, and this came out before Stranger Things, but it is so freaking close. Like, the sheriff in Stranger Things is wearing, like, the same thing.
Yeah,
it's just like, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. You got to watch the beginning of that to actually see what I mean. It's, like, scary close. Even the girl that's, like, the main character in the games looks so much like 11. It's scary.
agreed.
And you're playing another game. What is it? State of Decay?
Yeah,
What's going on with that?
it's fucking great. It's like a fucking lived-in world. Like, it really feels like you live in this world where you have to go and you have to collect resources and like fucking keep your people alive. And if your character dies, it dies for good. It doesn't. There's no coming back. So you just take control of another character in the group. You have to build your base from the ground up, like your base of operations, which is basically usually just like an empty house that you find, or a gas station or something like that. You can set up outposts. You basically and it's a zombie game. It's a post-apocalyptic future. I played the first State of Decay, which kind of had a lot of the same elements, but they just, like, the execution wasn't there. I mean, State of Decay, the first one, was perpetually in this fucking in development mode where it's like you're just always playing a beta. Like, the shit never really fucking got finished. And State of Decay 2 feels like what would happen if you actually finished creating the first game. So I give props to the company that put it out. They did a fucking bang up job. The characters are great. The story so far is really good. The graphics are a little subpar, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're an indie developer. They don't have a lot of money behind them and stuff like that. So it's just a really good fucking game. So if you can get your hands on it, and like the cool part about it is it's a solo game. You can play one player all the way through. But if you have friends that have the game as well, you can actually help each other out. So, like, if I'm playing and you had the game, Tony, you could jump into my game and you could help me on missions or go out and
that's cool.
Help me get shit. We can like clear out fucking warehouses of zombies together, and then you go back on about your business, or I can join your game. But whoever comes into the game that's in progress is helping. You're not really going to get anything for yourself out of it. So you kind of like it. Like, I usually try to reserve it for friends only. Like, I don't let just anybody come into my game because they could literally just come in and fuck shit up. And I really don't want that. It'd be mad boring. So I try to like just keep friends only. But it's really cool. The weapons are great. The physics are awesome. There's like day and nighttime cycles. Pretty much everything in the game is usable. So yeah, I mean, like, if you got a chance, check it out. It's only $29, or if you have Game Pass, it's free. There's an Ultimate Edition that comes with a couple of extra add-on packs when they're released. I think in July and September, respectively. Yeah, $29 or $50 for the Ultimate Edition. So if you want to give it a shot, check it out.
Word. All right, man. Well, I think that's going to do it this week. I got nothing, man. What about you? You good?
Yeah,
I know you're good.
I mean, I'm
I know you're good.
Fucking as good as I can be,
you're
bro.
good, bro. And Ren, you good?
I'm good.
I'm good. You just sounded how I think Cooley's brain sounds right now. I'm good.
Good.
So, all right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Later.
Peace.